The least of these may not be who you think they are. We often talk about Jesus saying, whatever you did for the least of these, you did for me, as some sort of idea that we should see in the poor and the disenfranchised and the homeless Jesus himself. That when we feed the hungry or when we take care of the homeless, we are taking care of Jesus himself. And while it's absolutely not wrong to go and take care of the marginalized or the disenfranchised, that's not what that verse is about. You see, in context, Jesus has just given the disciples a picture of what it's going to look like as they go out into the world and carry the message of Jesus to the world. And he's making clear to them that the way that the world treats the disciples would be the same way that the world would treat Jesus himself if Jesus were the one taking the message. And so when the world deals well with the disciples when they're poor or they're weak or they're sick or they're in prison, then that means the world would have treated Jesus well in the same way. And so it's kind of this mixed bag. It's a comfort to the disciples saying, hey, the way the world treats you is no different than how it would have treated me. So take comfort in knowing that you're not alone in that experience. But it's also kind of a warning to the nations because Jesus is saying, hey, how you treat my disciples is how you would have treated me. And so I will evaluate you, the watching world, based on how you treat the least of these, my brothers. We often leave that qualifier out of the verse when we're talking about it, and it's really important that we put it back in. And that's why